Shabbat Shalom and welcome to all who are with us and all who are joining us online. We are going to begin with a song, Mayafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. How wonderful it is to be here today. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Mayafeh Hayom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom
Shabbat Shalom.
and welcome. I'm realizing that I didn't tap anybody to do candles, did you?
I did not.
Okay. I would like to, I'm sorry, did somebody just raise their hand?
No, I think I almost invited, but she said no, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
From
good.
across the room.
From
That's
across
what
the
I'm
room.
gathering.
We understood. We understood. Gail, could I impose upon you to light our Shabbat candles tonight?
Thank you.
And while you're at it, folks, think about who might want to have an aliyah to the Torah tonight. Think about that.
Thanks, Jen. Sorry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Amen. Thank you
Gail.
so much. So we're going to move into the thing that has to do with the sleeping baby that is in the front of our sanctuary. Eliana Helen Gomez is going to receive her Jewish name today, and I'm going to invite her to bring her parents up to the bima, and that would be Dr. Sarah Slatkin and Dr. Carlos Gomez, and we are going to give her her Jewish name. So if you'll stand right here. Right there. Actually, turn just a little bit because I know everybody wants to see the little baby. They want to see the baby. So it is so wonderful to have you here with us today and to bring little Eliana, who is all of a month old. So she's just a little thing. And I believe that you told me when we met that the name Helen, which is her middle name, Eliana Helen, and her Hebrew name Chana are for her maternal great-grandmother, and that you hoped that Eliana would be like her, and that you picked her name Eliana so that her name would work in English, in Hebrew, and in Spanish, so that she can be a bridge and that she can be comfortable in all of those places for all of those parts of her. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu kayem et hayalda hazot ve'yikareh shema beYisrael Chana bat Gittel. Zot haketana gedola tiyeh, כשם שנכנסה לברית, כן תיכנס לתורה ולחופה ולמעשים טובים. Our God, God of our mothers and our fathers, sustain this child through her parents' loving care. Let her be known among our people Israel by the name Chana bat Gittel. May her name be a source of joy to her and inspire her to serve our people and all humankind. May her family rejoice in her growth of body and soul. And as they brought their daughter into the covenant, so may they, with wisdom and patience, lead her to a life filled with Torah, the blessing of learning and community, chuppah, a loving relationship worthy of God's blessing, and ma'asim tovim, the pursuit of good deeds. Together we say, Amen. And it says here, Rabbi Simeon says there are 3 crowns: the crown of Torah, the crown of the priesthood, and the crown of royalty. But the crown of a good name excels them all. And you, Eliana Helen, have a beautiful, beautiful name. Hello.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you and keep you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May God's face be lifted up to you, and may God grant you all good things in your life, which stretches out in front of you now. And may God grant you the best blessing of all, the blessing of peace. Ken yehi ratzon, may this be God's will.
Amen.
Mazal tov, congratulations
Mazal
to
tov.
Eliana and to all of her family.
Mazal tov.
Congratulations, Mazal tov.
Thank you so much.
The beauty of bringing a child in and giving her her Jewish name means that we've welcomed so much holiness into this space already this evening. And I invite you now to get yourselves settled to receive the holiness of Shabbat. Close your eyes and settle yourself and take 3 deep breaths and set your intention. Whether your intention is the holiness of experiencing holiness or just setting down your burdens or celebrating with family and friends and community, just take 3 deep breaths now.
We continue our Classic Shabbat, our melodies from across time with Lecha Dodi. This is a Sephardi version of Lecha Dodi. Hopefully it will be familiar to you. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולתחילה. לך Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor habracha, mirosh mikedem nisucha, sov maaseh v'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, peri Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, peri Shabbat nikabela. Hit'oreri, hit'oreri, ki va'orech umi ori, 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 shudaveri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, peri Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, peri Shabbat nikabela. Bori v'shalom עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת תקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzechem leshalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
I'd like to invite up to join Cantor and I on the bima, Eli Lopez and Brenna Lake. And Brenna, there you are, great. The three of you are headed off to Israel this week, this coming week. It's pretty amazing. So you should know that Eli and Brenna were very busy until this very moment working with the Tat Shabbat, and the minute that I finish blessing them, they're going to go back to the Tat Shabbat.
Well, Eli definitely is. I think Brenna's here to pray tonight.
Ooh, nice. Wonderful. Fantastic. Adonai yishmar tzetecha uvoecha me'ata ve'ad olam. May the Eternal One guard your coming and your going from this time forth and forever. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and watch over all of our folks who are going on the teen trip to Israel. And they are about to fulfill the mitzvah of visiting the land of Israel. May you journey there safely and reach your destinations in the land of Israel in peace. May you return safely to us. May our and God's blessings be with you as you journey through the land of our ancestors, where our kinspeople are striving to rebuild and revitalize the Holy Land. May the Holy One of blessing deliver you from all trouble and distress. May you find blessing and success in all that you undertake, together with all Israel, finding inspiration and renewal in our people and our land. And let us say, Amen. Safe travels. Safe travels. It's very exciting.
Yay! Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.
I invite everyone who is comfortable in doing so to please rise as we continue our service with the Baruch Hu. Please remain standing. Together, O God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, and yet are farther than the most distant star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of the night, and yet are as familiar to us as the light of the sun. Even to Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you." Thus does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the varied experiences of our lives.
shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
We read responsively by paragraphs. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone are our God. There is none else, and we are Israel, God's people.
You are our ruler. You deliver us from the hand of oppressors and save us from the fists of tyrants.
You do wonders without number, marvels that pass our understanding.
You give us our life. By your help we survive all who seek our destruction.
You did wonders for us in the land of Egypt, miracles and marvels in the land of Pharaoh.
You led your people Israel out forever to serve you in freedom.
When your children witnessed your power, they extolled you and gave you thanks. Freely they acclaimed you ruler and full of joy. Moses and all Israel sang this song.
We use our Hanukkah melody, the same melody as Ma'oz Sur. Mi chamocha, ma'elim Adonai, mi chamocha, nedar b'kodesh, nor atilot, osef eleh,
The Sabbath has descended, enfolding us in its mantle of peace. It brings to us the precious gift of time to embrace family and friends, to reflect more deeply on the meaning and purpose of our lives, and to worship in the beauty of holiness. May our Sabbaths always be sanctuaries of love and devotion, bringing contentment to our hearts, happiness to our homes, and blessings to our people.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom ve'hamitenu Shamrenu lechaim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha V'taknenu b'etzat tova milfanecha v'hoshienu leman shemecha. Grant us peace as we lay down and close our eyes. You will shelter me and my family 'neath the the shadow of your wings. Keep us safe and raise us up to life renewed. And through every storm, you will keep us warm, filled with love and light. Watching over us, you will carry us safely through the night. Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, L'shalom ve'hamidenu, Shomreinu lechaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukat shlomecha, V'taknenu etzat tova, Mi'alfanecha, V'hoshienu, V'hoshienu, Leman shemecha.
As you are comfortable in doing so, please rise as we continue with the Amidah, the prayer said standing.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, V'gula Livnei Bneiam, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav leHoshia, Mashiv HaRuach u'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim beChesed, Mechayeh HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umidom melach, Melech memit mechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh u'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
One of the beautiful parts of our Classic Shabbat is we take the Torah out and we read it, and we're still in the book of Genesis, and we start the story of Joseph tonight. So I invite everyone to please rise in honor of the Torah as you are comfortable in doing so, and we will start taking the Torah out.
אין כמוך באלוהים אדוני, ואין כמעשיך. מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. הרחמים היטיב ברצונך את ציון, תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים. כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך עולם ונישא, אדון עולמים. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו. גדול אדוני איתי, ונרום בשמו יחדיו. יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי 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 ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, יאי ניי ניי ניי, כי מציון.
Who volunteered?
We have Mario Lopez and Jennifer Vick. Thank you so much for volunteering to do our Aliyah.
Ya'amdu la'aliyah leTorah. Now would be a good time to come up. Okay, so it's on.
It's not the same. They don't have the same book.
They don't have the same book.
But
Oh,
if you find the big, you can sit down.
you can sit down.
If you find the big book that says the Torah on the side,
So it's chapter 37, verse 5. Ooh, you picked dreams. Good
I
choice.
picked dreams.
Okay, so I'm going to let you.
Genesis chapter 37, verse 5. Hold on just a minute.
And the scribe was just here this week touching up some of the letters in this scroll.
I lost it. I know, I just lost it. I need to find it.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכוח העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן לך תורה.
Amen.
Amen. Vayachalom Yosef Chalom, Vayaged le'echav, Vayospi, sorry, Vayeseppu od tzinoto. Vayomer alehem simona. החלום הזה אשר חלמתי, הנה אנחנו מלמים עלומים בתוך השדה, והנה כמה אלומתי וגם ניצבה, והנה תסבנה אלומותיכם ותשתחוונה לאלומותי. ויאמרו לו אחיו המלוך תמלוך עלינו אם משול תמשול בנו ויוסיפו עוד צנעותו על חלומותיו ועל דבריו.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Yasher koach. Yasher koach. Thank you. Thank you. So Joseph dreamed a dream and told to his brothers, and that added to their hatred of him. And he said to them, "Listen, please, my dream, this dream that I dreamed, in it we were in the field gathering our sheaves of wheat, and here raised above my wheat sheaf, and it stood upright. And here surrounding it were all of your wheat stalks, and they bowed to my wheat stalks. And they said to him, to their brother, are you going to be king over us? Do you plan to rule on us? And this added to their anger, to their hatred of him, because of the things that he dreamed and the things that he said.
Amazing story. So we continue now with the prayer that we say on behalf of those who are in need of healing, healing of body, healing of spirit. If you are joining us on Zoom, I'm going to invite you to put the names of those that you are remembering into the chat. If you are in the sanctuary, there will be time for you to add names. And on behalf of the congregation, we are keeping in mind for healing Susan Alexander, Susie Anderson, Virginia Becker, Tony Beraldi, Jean Brosco, Lisa Brunkhorst, Hildardo Carrera, Sandy Christofferson, Edward Cohn, Kevin Cooper, Ariana Elness, Rabbi Sim Glazer, Jody Goldstein, Milo Goodman, Robbie Huskovic, Judy Kyman, Karen Levine, Mike Liddy, Mario Lopez, Gary Marshall, Emily McWhirter, Carmen Munn, Brian Nog, Pedro Comi Olimpio, Nadine Ostro, Karen Euler, Wendy Passer, Ann Pickle, Jamie Poole, Lynn Redler, Steve Redler, Emily Sachs, George Sachs, Gregory Sachs, Steve Seglin, Linda J. Sherman, Dee Dee Spiegel, Sarah Jane Tietzel, Coralie Thomas, Arnie Weintraub, Laura J. West, Barb Wigg, Brent Wine, Kate Ewell, and Carly Shapiro. For those on Zoom, we are keeping in mind, Sheldon Babendur, Alan Pickle, Carmen Munn, Hal Arnold, Marcy Murphy,
And
Claire Agar, Lloyd Agar, Ted Agar, David Irvine, Brian Cerberus, the Shapiro family in Omaha, taking wonderful care of one another, Gloria Ellis, Hal Arnold, Carmen Munn, and okay. And within the sanctuary, we are keeping in mind for healing. For all those that we've named and for all those that we keep close in our heart, we ask God's healing blessing.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I invite now those who are comfortable in doing so to please rise in honor of the Torah as we lift it and dress it and return it to the ark.
וזאת
Torah asher שם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
עץ חיים היא למחזיק עמה, ותומכיה מאושר. דרכיה תרחינום, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה. חדש, חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו כקדם.
Please be seated. I invite you again to close your eyes or soften your gaze in order to look within. Sit in a comfortable position and for the moment, put away the lists, the worries, the irritations, the distractions. Picture in front of you a Chanukiah, the Hanukkah menorah with 9 branches. It might have small candles or maybe big tapers. There might be wicks in olive oil. It might even be an electric menorah. Picture it without any lights. When we start with the shamash. So light the shamash, the helper candle. Who are the people that help you in life? Who light the way for you? What are the things that help you bring light to others, like the shamash? Using the shamash, light the first light. The most hopeful thing that the Maccabees did was lighting the menorah in the temple in Jerusalem on the first night of their 8-day rededication celebration, knowing that they did not have enough oil for all 8 nights. What brings you hope? Now you have 2 lights that are lit. The light from the Shabbat candles is for us to use to light a room, to light a meal, to read by. The light from Hanukkah candles is holy. We are not to use the light to read or to do anything. What are the sources of holiness in your life? Now there are 3 lights lit. The priests in the Mishkan, the wilderness sanctuary, tended the light every day, the Ner Tamid, the perpetual light, with olive oil. How do you tend your lights of tradition and faith? How do you sustain them daily? Now there are 4 lights lit, and this year, the 4th night of Hanukkah coincides with the winter solstice. We have reached the darkest night of the year. The moon is still waning, and the amount of time when we have the sun is short. This is a poem by the poet Hannah Senesh, translated by cantor Jeff Klepper. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We remember. Who are the people that shine in your darkest night? Who are the people that you remember, perhaps from Hanukkah celebrations in the past? Now you have 5 lights lit. Mattathias, the son of Judah Maccabee, stood up and inspired the Judeans to fight with him against tyranny, against all odds. How are you standing up for what is right and what is important? What is it that you see in the light of the menorah that requires your attention? Now you have 6 lights lit. This year, on the 6th night of Hanukkah, we will gather as community for the Shabbat in Hanukkah. As you continue to think about these candles, consider, how is community a source of light in your life? How are you bringing your light to our community? Now there are 7 lights that have been lit. And this year, on the 7th night of Hanukkah, it will coincide with Rosh Chodesh, the start of a new month. Rosh Chodesh is when the new moon is it's the new moon, and it is when the moon is at its smallest. If you think about a starlit night at the new moon, you see the stars and the planets as they travel across the sky. Consider that the Torah is described in the Midrash as black fire on white fire, that both types of fire are needed for us to understand the meaning of the text, the words and the spaces, the light and the dark, that we cannot have one without the other. What are the sources of darkness in your life? The type of darkness that offers meaning, contrast, and the comfort and beauty of a starlit night. And now there are 8 lights lit. Admire your fully lit menorah, a light in every space, the light filling your gaze. As we bring up the house lights, please come back to yourself here in the sanctuary or on Zoom, knowing that you can admire the lights of Hanukkah each of the 8 nights and keep their light within for this coming year. As we begin to conclude our service, I invite all those who are comfortable in doing so to please rise. עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל Please be seated. We come to a time of remembering, and I invite those who are attending services on Zoom this evening, if there is someone that you wish us to remember, to put the name of that person into the chat, and we will include that. And I invite all those who are here, if you are thinking of a loved one, to stand when their name is mentioned. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Don Rich, for Rabbi Richard Safran, Joel Thomas Boehm, Yvette Y. Rothman, Jerome P. Jerry Gordman, Leora Lucille Becker. And we are thinking of the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Dorothy Appleby, Rosa Bieber, Sam Bloom, Carolina Kahn, Benjamin Sivan, Jane D. Deason, Viola May Eisenberg, Lillian Schiff Farber, Edward Allen Gerber, Francis S. Chicky Galinsky, Bernard Goldstrom, Joseph Kirschenbaum, Fanny Kropman, Fanny Block-Koo, Paul R. Kuklin, Gladys B. Leibovitz, Betsy Fredericks Levine, Samuel Livingston, Hannah Lugasa, Joni Mass, Louis E. Mayer, Rose Levine Nadler, Helen Sherman Neff, Harlan D. Noddle, Ethel Norman, Eva Raskin, Dorothy Rosen, Betty R. Rubin, Harold M. Schoenberg, Ben S. Shapiro, Florence Schlossberg, Louis Somberg, Rose Summer, Emma Steinberg, Marilyn A. Weinberg. In our sanctuary, if you're remembering someone, you're invited to stand. We are keeping in mind Rita Arnold, Nicole Segrist, Lisanne Hussey, Harry I. Epstein, Edith R. Ullman Shapiro. We keep all of them in mind, and I invite everyone to stand in support of those mourning as we recite the hallowed words of Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. Please be seated. I would like to thank Julie Sandine, our accompanist this evening. Back of the house is Scott and Ed, our ONEG volunteers. Wow, so many of them, fantastic. Gail Knapp, Alana Linthium, Francisco Guzman, Jimenez. And I would like to thank our ONEG sponsors, Doctors Sarah Slatkin and Carlos Gomez, who sponsored the ONEG in honor of the naming of their daughter, Eliana Helen Gomez. Mazal tov again to your whole family. It's just delightful to be able to share this moment with you. And I would like to thank Karen Euler, our Zoom maven, and for hospitality, I would like to thank Joseph Pinson. Speaking of Joseph Pinson, if Joseph and all the other members of the board would please stand so that you can see who they are. They're wearing handy-dandy name tags so that, well, almost all of them are wearing handy-dandy name tags, so that you can greet them during the Oneg Shabbat. And thank you so much. You can be seated. You can greet them during the Oneg Shabbat and let them know what you're thinking. The following announcements. Temple's teeniest tots are still looking for new friends. If you are interested.
That includes Eliana.
What?
Teeniest tots includes Eliana.
It definitely includes Eliana. If you are interested in participating, I already told your parents about it.
Oh, good.
Now, participating and would like to be notified of dates, times, and locations, reach out to Tori, Jenny Gates Beckman, or Mindy Marburg. Reminder that the Temple Israel building will be closed from December 26th through January 2nd. We will be open for Friday Shabbat services. Torah study on the 24th and on the 31st will be online only. For those of you who RSVP'd, we will see you on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Please bring your own personal Chanukiah, your menorah, with candles so that we can light a whole bunch of Chanukiot together. So you'll need the menorah and 2 candles, a shamash and a first night candle. Bring your family menorah with, it says 6, but I think it should be 7. For Friday, the December 23rd.
No. Oh, 7 candles.
7 candles.
6 night.
6 night, 7 candles. As we light our Chanukiot as a congregation at Shabbat services. And we are in the last few days of our winter gear drive. Please bring new and gently used warm weather gear, coats, hats, gloves, scarves, etc., to Temple by December 20th. And we are going to do Kiddush and Motzi now.
Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemase bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh זכר לציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכהנים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ ותאבון.
Congratulations to Eliana for sleeping through the entire service.
Absolutely. I hope that bodes well for the rest of the evening, too. We continue with a Hanukkah song. We will have even more on Sunday evening and again at Shabbat Hanukkah, though led by, I believe, Kyle and Sarah on Shabbat Hanukkah. Yep. I will be in Israel. So we join together, O Hanukkah, and in Yiddish on the second slide.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Zevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oy Chanukah, ayanta rasheiner, lustiger a freilichen nicht doch noch a zoiner. Alle Nacht im Dreadlich spielen mir, so der Katze Latkes essen mir. Geschwinde, zwint Kinder, die Lichterlech on. Zogt al Hanisim, lob Gott, Pardinisim, und kommt
tanzen in Chon. Sagt Al-Hanisim, lob Gott, Pardinisim, und kommt
tanzen in Chon.
One for
Each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Shabbat Shalom.